Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Tonight
I'm too
is
close.
Sounds from the Edge.
Yeah. Sun from the Edge.
So this is our 17th episode for season 2.
Wow. How many shows did we do the first season?
Last year, we started in April, I think 30-something shows last year. So this year's a little bit shorter number of shows because we're doing every other week now.
Ah, okay. I forgot about that.
Yeah, last year we did this every single week. Which
Every
was
single
wild.
week.
It was kind of crazy.
It's already October.
Yeah, which means the next show is...
So next one would be October 30th.
Yep, Halloween.
So 3 weeks after this show.
The most important holiday of the entire year. Yeah.
Yeah. We plan for 300 days for this show.
It's so true. So we're super excited about Halloween. So we'll have more details coming out on the website very soon, and you'll be able to see what we're up to for Halloween.
But I'm already talking to Troy from the Cheap Coffins
Cool.
and the Tyler and Emma from the Balaclava Weather, and they're thinking to make some short films.
Very cool. We have this wonderful connection to a group of artists who are hanging out in Australia and doing really amazing music there, and we've been so lucky to make friends with them, and they're wonderfully cool, and they're definitely Halloween folk, so
Yeah,
yeah.
they are, and we are.
So for anyone who's been paying attention to the news and stuff, we had a very strange earthquake this week, like right near Tokyo.
When was it?
Day before yesterday,
Day
right?
before yesterday.
Yeah. Kind of shook up the house, and that was really strange. Kind of, I don't know, we've been in the house so much, we kind of forget about the fact that there are earthquakes here, so it's kind of a reminder.
We should be ready for some aftershock.
Yeah, there was a little one this afternoon, but not very strong.
Probably it's gonna be a big one, another big one coming.
Nope.
Maybe,
Nope.
so.
Dale's out there. Dale! Hi, Dale.
Dale, Lex.
Lex, hello. So I think we should bring on our guests and introduce.
Yes, please.
So just a little bit before we get into this, I'm hoping that this Sounds from the Edge is going to be a new series where
Okay.
we bring in some of the artists that we're discovering while searching for interesting artists.
Okay. Sure.
Spend a lot of time looking around the web these days, looking for music that I haven't heard, something that I won't encounter normally. And we know some really great bands here in Tokyo, so we're very excited to bring Santa Dharma on with us tonight, because if you haven't heard them, you should be listening to them. They're absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And we're going to have Kika from Nine to Earth, which is a band I just fell completely in love with the first time I heard their music online. So shall we bring everybody on?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's do it.
Hello.
Hello! So, starting on the left side of the screen, Holly and Tomo from Santa Dharma.
Holly and Tomo.
And on the right side of our screen, Kika from Nine to Earth.
Kika. Welcome.
And
Happy to be here.
you're joining us all the way from London tonight.
Yep. No earthquakes here, so quite happy about that.
Now, you were here for a while, right? Here in Tokyo.
Yeah, not for long. I only visited for like 2 or 3 weeks, but it was long enough to fall in love with Tokyo, especially. So, yeah.
Well, we hope we'll have you back in Tokyo and we can see you here sometime.
That would be lovely.
I would love to play at your cafe, and like meet with you in person. So
Yeah.
yeah. Once it's easier to travel, I guess.
Hopefully not too far into the future.
Well, next year sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Holly and Tomo, how are you guys?
We're okay.
Yeah.
Just just working from home, doing our thing. So we don't really see the outside world. You know, sometimes you feel like you're like, where am I living? Because you don't actually interact with your community that much. Yeah, we're kind of in that situation. But we just got a new kitten, so that's been fun and torture all rolled in. Yeah.
What's the new kitten's name?
We haven't decided 100%, but we're leaning towards maybe Cassio or Cassie for short. So we'll see.
Oh. And you guys are joining us from your studio.
Yep, from here in Tokyo.
That's the coolest studio I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're very excited tonight to share this music, to get something a little different and interesting out in front of folks today. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say some hellos to folks.
Hey, Cheryl.
Cheryl, hello. And Dale, are you doing your big pizza night? Because we're still planning to invade your house at some point. So tonight we're going to get through 3 artists. We're going to have a couple tracks from our project, The Fall People, including a new song that's brand new that we just literally finished a couple days ago. And then we're going to go to a live performance by Santa Dharma.
Yay, live!
And then we're going to come back and spend some time with Kika and hear about Nine to Earth and, of course, all the other really great creative things
Yeah,
that she's
future
working
plans. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, maybe we should kick off.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the first track that we're going to play tonight, I guess for those who don't know, our band is called The Fall People, and it is something we're still trying to figure out what to call as far as genre is concerned. I think by the way we perform, it's a cousin of shoegazer because we're more comfortable staring at the floor than at a camera or at people. And so the first song we're going to share tonight is called Stars Dissolve, and we did this for Song Challenge here on Cafe Cheshme a couple months ago. So should we play it?
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Comfort comes in countless little ways, as every day blends into other days. Through these years I've hidden who I am, yet in the mirror truth looks back at me. When stars dissolve, I'll find myself again. When stars dissolve, I'll find my way. In a moment of discovery, learn to see myself as meant to be. When stars dissolve, I'll find myself again. When stars dissolve, I'll find a way. When stars dissolve, when stars dissolve, back. Thank you. So that's kind of the first in what is going to eventually evolve into a release, I think.
So you made that for Song Challenge, yes?
Yeah, we should talk about the song challenge.
Go ahead.
So we do something really fun with Cafe Cheshme that actually was the brainchild of Rob Moreau and Sam Bennett, and Sorsha was with us on that
Johnny
show.
Barefoot.
Johnny Barefoot. Sam Bennett brought up some story about seeing a snake in a graveyard, and we thought, wow, that'd be a great song challenge, and that turned into the first one. And then from there on, we started basically coming up with two themes. One is usually like either an idiom or saying or something, and then the other one is usually a little more abstract. And we invite any kind of artist to come on the show, and you can do dance, music, painting, anything that expresses that theme.
Yeah.
And that's what we did.
That's awesome. What was your combination of idiom and abstract, or what was your kind of combination to base this song on?
So that night had Stars Dissolve and what was
Wet Shoes.
Wet Shoes, yeah.
Cool.
I went for Wet Shoes and you went to Stars Dissolve.
Yeah. Meg made a really beautiful, cool video, and it just happened to rain the week she was working on the video too, so it was perfect. And the next one is Bridge, and I forgot the other name.
Last one was Reflecting Skin,
And The Edge.
The Edge.
Which is what the next song we're going to play is
And
from.
the November challenge is The Edge and Night Game, I think.
Bridge and Night Game.
I think so.
Okay. So if you guys are interested in joining, there's still an opportunity for that. When is that going to happen?
Third Saturday, I think, or fourth Saturday.
Of November, right?
November.
Okay. So folks, if you're interested in participating in the song challenge, the number one thing about the whole song challenge thing is it really kicks your ass to make music, because you've got this deadline of 2 months and you've got to think of everything. And since almost all of our friends are busy, we all end up like rushing something the last 2 weeks. But the results have been pretty fun and exciting.
Without deadline, I wouldn't do anything.
These are good for pushing you to actually just do something and not
Yeah.
overthink it and not perfect it and quote unquote perfect it over and over again, We usually do like February album writing month, and we always write so much, and then the rest of the year we're like, don't write anything,
That's interesting.
It's really hard to finish music. I was just saying it's really hard to finish music because, as you said, like you always just want to work on it more and perfect it. So it is a good way of just getting things done.
Yeah, deadline works.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've produced more music this year because of the challenges than we usually do. Because usually we take forever to put something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next?
So the next song is actually from another challenge, and it's called The Edge.
Challenge.
And this one's kind of different for me in general, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
you changed that. Yeah, everything.
I changed the vibe quite a bit for this one. So should we play it?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is called The Edge.
I went looking for answers, went looking to find my place, stepped out of my comfort zone, walked out to the wild unknown. Along the way I've seen things, on the road I've met lost souls. I've seen people suffer, I've seen people lose their way. It's been a long time, it's been a long time. I'm standing on the edge, it's been a long time. I'm a long way from home, I'm a long way from home. I'm a long way from home, I'm a long way from home. The world's a place without pity, turn. Gotta keep from the edges. Find yourself falling down. Now and then there's a light out there, far on the horizon. There are people who change things, people fighting just to keep them the same. It's been a long time, it's been a long time. I'm standing on the edge, it's been a long time. I'm a long way from home, I'm a long way from home. I'm a long way from home, I'm a long way from home. One day you remember, one day you look back and see everything you left behind, everything that made you blind. There's nothing more to see out here. Tired of worry, tired of too much fear. The edge ain't a place you want to live. Time to turn around and walk on home. It's been a long time, it's been a long time. I'm standing on the edge, it's been a long time. I'm a long way from home, I'm a long way from home. I'm a long way from home, I'm a long way from home. It's been a long time, it's been a long time. I'm standing on the edge, it's been a long time. I'm a long way from home, I'm a long way from home. I'm a long way from home, I'm a long way from home. I'm a long way from home, I'm a long way.
Hi.
Yeah. I remember I had that gigantic iPad and shooting your face.
Yeah. Meg has become, like, she needs to be working for Apple because she's doing so many things with the iPad. She made her entire song set with that. She shoots a lot of our videos on that.
But I use Windows.
Yeah, you do. But that song was fun to make, and it
You did
reminded me of
good.
home.
You did good. I don't know who am I, but you did good.
I really liked it.
Thank you. I
Nice shoegazy sound.
I'm sorry. Can you say again?
Oh, sorry, we changed positions. We were tired. Sorry, we're lazy. I just wanted to say you got a really nice shoegazy sound on some of the songs that we were, tonight. We were wondering what you use, like what equipment.
So for the synthesizer programming, we use kind of a mix of hardware and software, and like we use an Odyssey, ARP Odyssey remake that Korg made for a lot of stuff, and Omnisphere we use a lot for atmospheres. And then we're using, for guitar, we've got this big box full of effects that we've collected over the years, a lot of reverbs and flanges and stuff, some Strymon and GFI stuff, and this wonderful Gretsch guitar that we've got, which has got that sort of should be in a dive bar in Arizona kind of David Lynch sound, no matter what you do with it. That's a lot of fun. Yeah. But yeah, still trying to. I'm not a guitar player, so I'm still trying to get to a point where I can do that. I probably need to find a real guitar player for the band at some point.
Yeah, you can. But
Yeah.
you can play too.
I want Daisuke Kuroda if you're watching.
You want
I
that?
want Daisuke. Daisuke is this brilliant guitarist who plays in quite a lot of projects in Tokyo, but he's amazing.
busy.
Yeah. All right. So we have one last song, and this one's brand new and wasn't for Song Challenge. This was actually, we wrote this for tonight, and Meg made the video, so she did
Not
that.
made. I just gathered all the free videos.
Yeah, this one we didn't do any shooting because we didn't have time. This week was
That was too
crazy.
soon. Too soon.
But I'm excited about the song, and I'm excited about the video you made.
Kind of new wavy, yeah.
Yeah, this one's got a little more vintage vibe, I think.
Okay.
All right, and this one's called The Fallen Time, and this is the last one tonight. All right, here we go.
For so long I've wished to say this. Step beyond my walls of silence. Give me one more chance to save it. Give me one more chance to break it. This is the fallen time. This is the space we left between. This is the fallen time. This is the shadow of our dreams. There was a time when I was not afraid to dream. I once thought that dreams would never fade away. Give me one more chance to save it. Give me one more chance to break it.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
So that's it for us. That song's going to be up on YouTube later today, and
Oh,
hopefully.
it's not.
No, I haven't. Well, I mean, it'll be up as part of this, but
Oh, okay.
we've set ourselves a song challenge for ourselves, so we want to create 2 more songs, and then hopefully by January or so we'll have time to remix and everything and release this as an album, I think.
Sounds
Yeah.
Okay, so now we can stop being nervous and we can change the spotlight to Holly and Toma. So I want to say, before we get into Santa Dharma, that there are a lot of bands in Tokyo that are really fantastic, but these guys are absolutely amazing. I love your music, and I'm so happy to have you on tonight.
Very creative.
Hopefully, we won't let you down today. we've been a little bit sleep deprived lately because of the kittens. So we'll try our best, everyone, to do a good live for you.
Yay!
Yay!
So
Go
I'm
ahead
gonna,
and get started, or
I'll go ahead and put you up full screen, and we'll mute ourselves, and you guys go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna watch you getting ready.
we'll just be kind of getting everything all set up. But yeah, it won't take long.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do a shout out. Quinby's out there. Hello.
Hello!
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna be doing some songs tonight. We have quite a simple setup today, kind of compared to what we normally do. So mostly I'm using 80s keyboards, kind of junk keyboards. Well, this is kind of like an auto harp, an omnichord, and a PT30 and a SK5. We wanted to show you on the GoPro, but it's acting a little funny. So anyway, maybe later we'll fix it. But yeah, we're gonna play some songs for you. This first song we wrote when we were living in Tanzania a little while back, and yeah, we kind of wanted to do a performance tonight, kind of giving a little bit of a shout out to not just our time here in Tokyo, where we've had access to a studio and access to gigs and sort of like everything's at your fingertips in Tokyo, but quite a lot of our songs were actually written when we were living in Tanzania and Colombia, and just really our life was kind of like this, a few instruments on the floor and sometimes no electricity, so doing it like that, and just writing songs and not getting distracted by too many other things. So yeah, this setup kind of looks like how our house may have looked, slightly more electronic, but yeah. So this first song is from our album that we released earlier this year, and it's called 5 More Minutes. Are you ready? Someone? Yeah? Okay, maybe we're ready. We had some sound problems earlier, but I think we fixed it. of some real high frequencies on the house. These old instruments make a lot of noise. You guys can hear everything okay, hopefully?
You sound great.
Awesome. Sorry that we're a bit of a DIY sound here. We don't really use a lot of programming and stuff, so we've got a lot of little switches between our songs, so apologies for that. Next song we're going to do is a cover song, actually. Why don't you talk about the cover song?
マイク投げ。
All over. Mic stands are always so scary. It's like a game of Jenga or something. Anyway, this next song that we're gonna do. So this song is a song we kind of discovered recently, even though we're fans of this band, and we just never had heard this song before, and we actually heard it on a movie soundtrack, loved it, because we just felt like the lyrics of the song, even though it's from the 80s, there's something so familiar about the feelings and the situation, and it's sort of this, apocalyptic kind of dystopia kind of feeling to the song. However, sorry, I'm trying to adjust. However, there's sort of a happy feeling to this dystopia, and so we like to kind of call this almost like dystropicalia or something. So this song is by the Talking Heads, and it's called Nothing But Flowers, and we love them, so hopefully we won't fuck this up too bad. If you're watching Talking Heads and we fuck this up, we're really sorry. We tried our best. Someone pressed a wrong button. It's like if you press the wrong button, there's no going back. It's the point of no return. We're gonna try that one more time.
Sorry about that. Okay, one more time.
Years ago, I was an angry young man, and I'd pretend that I was available, standing tall by the side of the road. I fell in love with the beautiful highway. This used to be real estate, now it's only trees and trees. Where is the town now? It's nothing but flowers, the harvest cars. It's sacrifice for agriculture. I thought that we'd start over, but I guess I was wrong. There once was parking lots, now it's a peaceful oasis. We got it, this was a Pizza Hut, now it's all covered with daisies. We got it, on this the honky tonk started planes and 7-Elevens. We got it, and as things fell apart, nobody paid much attention. Country with cherry pies, bars and chocolate chip cookies. We got it, this wasn't discount store, now it's turned into a cornfield. We got it, we used to microwave, now we eat nuts and berries. We got it, don't leave me stranded here, I can't get used to this lifestyle. Okay, that wasn't as terrible as we thought it would be, but we probably should have mentioned we only learned this song 2 weeks ago. I think that would have lowered the bar a little bit if we explained that at first.
Oh god.
That song is so hard because there's all the lyrics are really kind of similar and repetitive, so I keep forgetting which part I'm in, and it's really confusing.
Hey, Dale was asking, which movie was that from?
Oh,
American? No, yeah, that.
it was
Animation.
it was a really cute animation called Mitchell's and the versus the Machines or something like that,
Oh,
and
Netflix.
it's really cute. I recommend it. And if you ever had a trying relationship with your father, you're probably gonna cry because it's just really very I think it's well done. I mean, overall. So yeah, and it has some really nice music and nice visuals and yeah.
So I think we're just gonna do one more song, and just trying to think what I can say. What can I say about this song that I haven't already said? Yeah, this song is actually also one that we wrote in Tanzania, and I originally wrote it on this PT30, which is just this really, really tiny Casio from the 80s that has a really kind of warm and lo-fi, nice feeling to it. So we ended up redoing this song for our album, but we're gonna try to do something very similar to the first version that we ever wrote of this song. Right? Yeah? Okay. So this song is called Happiness Glasses. You just hear them? It's really hot.
Yeah.
This room. It's so hot in this room. all we got for you guys tonight. I sincerely apologize if this is the first time you've seen us play because we're exhausted and we made a lot of mistakes, but hopefully you all had a lot of fun anyway. And we haven't been able to really look at the chat because our tablet died, but feel free to like ask us questions or whatever, and we'll grab our laptop later and answer you. So thank you.
Yay!
Thank
Thank you.
We'd love to hear a little bit more about your machines, because you guys have the most interesting machines.
Thank you. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you think GoPro isn't working, right?
Can take this.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll use the other camera. It's 1,000 degrees in this room, by the way. So if I look sweaty, I am. I'm sweaty. So I don't know. Where should we start? So I'm Holly. Okay. And then this is a sampling keyboard. So I was, sampling my vocals earlier, and yeah, this is I think from like 86, 87. I don't remember, but it's got like some really fun like a lion's roar and a dog bark and stuff. So it's kind of a fun one. This is the PT30. I don't know how well you can see. Again, this one I brought all over the world with me. It's really fun because it has like little auto chords you can do and a little interior speaker. So you just bring it to a park and play around with it. This is Omnichord. There's I don't remember which model this is, but yeah. And then this is the Voice Live Touch, which I use for my vocal effects, mini mixer. I don't know what this thing is, add some effects. And also this dub effects pedal, dub siren pedal that we ordered, and a Chaos Later was what I was playing at the end. So yeah, if you have questions about any of those things, feel free.
It's so cool to see. Someone mentioned earlier, I think it was Ashley, was saying it'd been so long since I've seen anybody play live. That's true for us too, so it's so nice to see live music tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really a pleasure to share it. We wish we could do it more often, and in safer times where we could all do a real compi in person.
Yeah.
We'll take what we can get, right?
Yeah, definitely. Well, fingers crossed, maybe we'll find ourselves all in the same place next year. We can play some music together.
That would be amazing, yeah.
Thank you, guys. That
Thank
was
you so
beautiful.
much.
Thank you. Sorry. I feel like I should be apologizing. I'm sure it was fine. We're just tired.
Well, I think anyone who's ever had a kitten, and you've got special circumstances because you introduced a kitten into an environment with an existing kitty, right?
Yeah, exactly. We already have another cat. Sorry, my microphone's howling a bit. Yeah, so we already have another cat. So she's been fine, actually. It's the kitten that wants to attack my other cat.
Oh.
My other cat's just like chilling out, showing her belly. Yeah,
Well, thank you. And I think now we'll go ahead and start to talk about the band who inspired tonight's event with Kika from Nine to Earth.
How will you tell guys that we're gonna go for commercial next?
Actually, I did make a little intro. Thing, so I'll play that really quickly.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll come
Go
back
ahead.
and talk with Kika.
Next.
You like the seafood, accumulate
So those were just a couple of little highlights. And I'd like to say hello again to Kika. And if you weren't on when we first introduced, this is Kika from Nine to Earth.
So happy to be here.
And you're joining us all the way from London.
I am. Yep.
And I see you've got a Japanese design poster behind you.
Yeah, it's a little illustration that I did for one of our songs that we're actually gonna hear, Alone Again. So I tried to kind of make a little illustration for every song of that we released for IP, just to kind of have like a nice little visual added to the music. And yeah, I just decided to print this one because I really liked it, so it's now hanging on my wall.
Very cool.
Cool.
So I'd love to ask you a little bit about your band and maybe give us an introduction of
Yes,
where Nine to
please.
Earth started and what you're all about.
Yeah, so Nine to Earth is basically a collaboration between me and Nicholas, who's from Chile. So we form a pretty international kind of band because we met in Warsaw, where I'm from, but originally he's from Chile, and I now live in London, so it's all kind of all over the place. But yeah, Nicholas has another kind of solo project called Fisonia, which is going very well as well. And so he made music long before I started being more interested in it. But we met kind of very randomly at a party through some mutual friends and stuff like that. And then we just decided to work on a song. He sent me a track, and I just kind of wrote lyrics to it pretty much overnight. Just sat down, wrote something, recorded it, and it actually ended up being the last song on our EP. So Walk Until Disappear. So yeah, it really kind of started very naturally. We just kind of went with the flow. We tried to work on some music. And then we did leave it for around a year. I had some other things to do and stuff like that. And then we came back to it a year later, which was basically like 2 years ago. We kind of came up with the whole album, Kagurashi Tales. And yeah, I was already living in London. He was based in Warsaw, so I just kind of flew back for recordings. But we did manage to, get it released. Kind of unfortunate timing with the pandemic. We pretty much released it like mid-pandemic, but I'm still really glad it happened, and I'm really happy that you can listen to it today. So.
Wow, thank you. We were looking at with just some of the feedback online, and people were saying such interesting things. I'm going to quote this a little bit here. So they mentioned that the idea behind Kogarashi Tales was to perpetuate the feeling of cold, heartless wind as mechanism to tell fragile tales of love, loss, and loneliness, which was such a great...
But it is true, though. With the name, I kind of wanted to find a word that would embrace all of the songs, kind of find like a common thread going through all the songs. And I guess Kogarashi, which obviously comes from the Japanese word that means the wind that precedes winter, right? I mean, it's obviously it kind of has the feelings of like loneliness, as you said, like melancholy. And I thought that it was a good way of putting all the songs together. I guess those kind of feelings, they do go through all of the songs. So yeah, it was a very poetic way of describing our music, but. Yeah,
Wow.
I would agree to some extent.
So the articles that we've seen, a lot of bands refer to you, or a lot of writers have referred to you guys as kind of avant-garde pop or avant-garde electronic music. I mean, what do you guys consider yourselves?
I'm not really a big fan of kind of trying to categorize things, like especially when it comes to music, because I just think there's so many different sounds involved and so many different ideas kind of flow through our project that it just wouldn't be that easy. But I think we had different kind of labels, like retro wave, bits of electronic as well. I don't know, I guess I don't think it's that necessary to kind of label it anything, so I just kind of stick with just listen to it and decide, I guess. Approach. Yeah.
Well, it's one of the most thrilling albums that I've heard in quite a while. I mean, when I first heard, the first song I heard was Nobody Around Us, which I thought was fantastic. I don't know, the feeling of that song was really brilliant, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think all the songs are, well, all the lyrics, because I wrote the lyrics. Nick focused more on the music, so all the lyrics are quite personal, and I guess maybe you can feel that, you know, when you listen to the music, that it is quite intimate and like, you know, and quite personal, which I guess is what music is about, right? Telling your story, trying to convey your feelings first, and then if people relate to them, that's great.
Absolutely. Well, I think let's play Alone Again, to honor the poster that's behind you.
Yep.
And just to let folks know, we just put some videos together rather suddenly, so Kika was nice enough to let us do that for her.
We didn't really have a chance to record, like to make any music videos or record anything more visual for the project. So thank you for getting something together.
It's our pleasure. Well, here we go with Alone Again. So that was Nine to Earth, Alone Again.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So this song, the poster that you made, I'm going to put that up really quickly so folks can see that more clearly. So I'm curious, what was your impression with Japan? What did you feel about it here?
That's a long topic, but Yeah, I mean, first of all, I think what kind of struck me the most, and what was, I always say, kind of a fundament for the album as well, is it's just the kind of contrast that you see everywhere, right? Tradition versus modern, right? Kind of old shrines and altars and everything versus like high tech, and all the crazy things that you can see in Tokyo. So I just kind of like that idea of contrast, and I don't know. There's always contrast is something that just seems to be everywhere, right? Like you have the inside and the outside, and it's just kind of like a very, very big idea that I, for the first time, really kind of saw visually in Japan, and I really kind of enjoyed that. And Alone Again is also very much based on that feeling. Just kind of this is really. Inspired by my stay in like capsule hotels, so like 9 hours I think it's called, right? So it was actually quite funny because it's just that I kind of felt like being in Tokyo for the whole day and then going into this little tiny capsule that is just so quiet, and like the smell is almost like kind of like seaweed, like just completely different environments. And for me, I think that was my biggest inspiration for this song particularly, and also just this whole idea of feeling alone in a huge city, right? Which is often what happens. Like, I guess it's a pretty common subject of like loneliness in cities, and like loneliness among all kinds of like huge amounts of people that you kind of feel a sense of like anonymity when you're around so many people. And so yeah, that was really the same for me, especially in Tokyo. And then also, as I said again, kind of emphasized by the culture, by Japanese culture, which is full of contrasts and full of like extremes. So yeah, that was really my kind of first impression, and the thing that I remembered most.
Well, we hope we'll see you in Tokyo sometime in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely did fall in love, and I'm really, really hoping to visit Japan again. I went to Osaka and Kyoto as well, but Tokyo was definitely my favorite.
Well, next song I think we'll play is Nobody Around Us, which is the first song I heard from you guys.
Yeah, it's we released it as a single, so yeah, it was our first song that we've ever released as 9 to Earth.
Wow, it's wonderful, and I'm so happy to be able to share this tonight and to have you here to be able to share this song with our community here. So, do you want to say anything about it before we play?
I think maybe play it and then we can discuss it.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's play.
Here we go.
I am slightly overwhelmed by the number of people in our face. Tracing my fingers to your hand, judging my commitment by my youthfulness. And I only wait for the time when there's nobody around us. Nobody around us. Nobody around us. I want nobody around us, just you and me. We're in our space, waiting in a line for a place. Well, it may never come, so in the meantime, going to consume this mess. I need your closure. Show me the way and I'll go there. Loving every piece of that freckles.
the chorus of that song is just so haunting.
Yeah, beautiful.
Loved your music. It's beautiful. The production is so nice.
I'm glad. Well, thanks to Nicholas as well. He was not with us tonight, but he really did put a lot of work into kind of mixing and everything. So yeah, it's definitely not just my effort.
His production is really fantastic. I mean, the more I listen to it, the more I hear things that I didn't hear before. You know, there's so much going on, and there's so many interesting dynamics happening in the music.
Yeah. Well, he is really. You should also see his other project, Bisonia. So he does a lot of like more instrumental music there as well. But he really is great, and he has a very kind of specific style, and I think it's cool because it really kind of shows him. You know, I mean, there's obviously influences in every artist, but he does seem to kind of be very original in what he does. So yeah.
Well, that's in my playlist of things I listen to every day. That song is in there a few times because I just love hearing it. And weirdly, you know, during the pandemic, the sentiment is so great because I love that just sort of, you know, pulling back from everything sense that's there. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you guys a little bit more about the song if you would like to hear about it.
Yes.
I guess you know, like I said, like there's a kind of a lot of like personal lyrics and personal touches in the whole album, but this one particularly, like it kind of like brings me back to like some of my kind of love experiences and stuff like that. And I guess this song is really about just this will of separating you and your partner from everything outside of, you know, just the two of you, which for me specifically, it was very much inspired by like Poland, where I come from as well. So it's a very kind of traditional place, not much diversity, not much inclusion. So I guess everything that is kind of outside of like a typical spectrum of, you know, relationships and stuff like that is not really well regarded in Poland. And so I guess this song really was like a way for me to just kind of also separate myself from my surrounding there and just be able to enjoy what I have with someone instead of, you know, looking at this kind of judgmental climate around me. So yeah, and I did really hope that music-wise, it was also going to have to create this feeling of, like you said, you know, kind of this inclusion, like just being outside of something else, this intimacy as well. So yeah, I hope we were able to achieve that.
You know, I think you did.
Thank you.
So the album, just so we've got your Instagram link up, but for people who are listening tonight, what's the best and easiest way for them to get a hold of the album?
It's everywhere. It's Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. So wherever you listen to music, you can find it, I think. It should be on all streaming platforms. Or all the major ones. SoundCloud as well.
Yeah, at the end of the video have the links.
Yep. So we'll put those up as separate videos on the Cheshme page as well, so folks can scroll through and check out the links as well. It's also there's also links in the event page for today as well.
Yeah.
So you can see more and be able to get there. So do definitely get out there and get Nine to Earth's album and support.
Please do.
So I know we've been focused around you know, Nine to Earth, but that's only just one part of your creative story. So maybe tell us a little bit more about the other things that you're doing.
Cool, yeah. So because I think of the pandemic as well, and that's also something we've discussed with Kelly. I guess, you know, it's not that easy to make music, continue making music, especially with, you know, people kind of being in different places like me and Nicholas. So I'm also trying to focus on like my own things as well. I do a bunch of like visual art. Some of it you could have seen as, you know, the illustrations to the songs that I post on Instagram as well. But I also make prints. I did a hand painted kimono for Nine to Earth as well. So I think we did see like a little snippet of of me in the process. But yeah, I'm really just kind of hoping to explore all of my kind of art ideas and just work on things. I think a lot of times now, because we're so kind of focused on the outcome, people just kind of want to see, the product. But it's important to remember that the process is really, I guess, for artists what counts the most, right? So I just really want to focus on that as well, instead of just being able to kind of get new things out there. Just also enjoy the process for myself, right? And so a lot of it I actually, not only with music, a lot of it I kind of achieve through visual art as well. So I do some lino cut and stuff like that. So all of it is really kind of detailed and takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, and I just kind of like to, just get it all in the process of it.
I love the kimono photo that you shared with us, and let me run that up one more time here so people can see a little better. So this is some hand-painted kimono work that you did, right?
Yeah. I hope that would be kind of my outfit for our first gig, which unfortunately never happened because of the pandemic. If it does soon, then yeah, hopefully I'll get a chance to wear it.
Well,
But the style in the kimono is also kind of one of the more digital kind of woodcuts or lino cuts that I made for one of our songs, Petal of Ice. Actually, we're gonna listen to it as well. But yeah, I also make kind of prints that are in that style as well. It's kind of creating my little world, I suppose, and and trying to kind of represent it by different art forms.
well, and you're doing this as well as attending university at the moment, right?
Yeah. I'm finishing my third year of psychology at King's. Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, Ebony.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So
Easy day.
we've got one more song to share tonight, which is Petal of Ice. And this is a video that you guys made together, right?
So no, it was actually a video that somebody made for us. I think a fan of our music. So he just put this together, which is actually really nice.
Very cool. Well, here we go with Petal of Ice.
Oh.
That was a dramatic video.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah.
That was really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that's our show tonight, folks. And I want to say thank you to Kika for spending her afternoon with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Actually, we can't hear you at the moment.
Can you not?
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, microphone is just a little low at the moment. Yeah.
Can you say again, Holly? I'm sorry, it broke up a little bit.
Sorry, I'm not saying anything important. Don't worry.
Oh.
Well, it's really wonderful to have this show together, and Kika, we love Nine to Earth, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of your artwork and more of your creativity. And
Yeah, and I hope I get a chance to play in Tokyo and meet you guys in person.
That would be
Definitely coming.
wonderful.
if you come to Tokyo and we're back open, you know, you've got a place to play, just let us know.
I love that.
Yeah, come play in our studio if you're if you want.
Definitely.
And thank you to Holly and Tomo. It was so great to see you guys
Yeah,
in her
that
live
was
show.
fun.
Thank you. Sorry we're really zombies today.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I really appreciate
We
you've
have-
been. We really appreciate you've been so busy and were able to join us, you know, even still. And I'm sure that everybody out there is really excited to see you guys tonight. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And thanks to all of you for your beautiful music and videos. And you're all such interesting, wonderful people. So thanks for sharing your experience with us.
Tomo doesn't want to say anything.
So our next show is the Halloween show, and that's coming up
30th.
the 30th. So it'll be a little bit longer break this month so we can get ready.
You have time to prepare.
Yeah. So we'll be really looking forward to that night. So everybody get your costumes ready and spook up your rooms. We're going to have a good night that night.
Just to let you know, we will put so much energy to it.
She's already putting, like, she's making videos. She's making food. She's been plotting costumes since, what, July?
Yeah, June, July.
Yeah. She's ready. I'm not ready. I've got, like, some stuff in the mail I'm hoping will arrive in the next few days.
But you have naturally pointy ears. You can use it for somewhere.
All right. We'll see what we can do. Thanks to everyone who tuned in tonight and joined us.
Thank you.
It was lovely to see you guys.
Queen Bee, Dale, Chikako-san, Cheryl, Tyler,
Thanks, Taylor.
Ash, Julie.
Thanks, everybody. And I think with that, we'll call it a night. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for wonderful music and creativity.
And that's us for today.